Hello friends, welcome to UGC EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Mirza Alim Beg from Department of Economics, Jamia Millia Islamia. Today we will discuss about trend surface analysis, a technique for land surface interpretation of geographical attributes. The learning objectives of this session are to provide background of trend surface analysis and to know its uses and application in geographical studies with examples. Let us introduce trend surface analysis. Trend surface analysis, originally introduced by earth scientist and geomathematician during the 1960s and early 1970s, when Georges Matheron, a French geostatistician, in 1965 introducing stochastic process to minimize variance of surface in relation to input data. Later on, Watson 1971 developed new dimension of TSA, a set of residuals computed through the regression technique for analyzing land surface of particular attribute was used to consider its surface position. In course of time, a number of applications of TSA added many subjects, and now it has become the subject matter of geostatistics to understand the spatial trend of a particular geographical attribute. In due course of time, methods of TSA were modified from handling of simple surface data to compute complex multivariate analysis of the surface of geographic attributes. Mapping the surface of geographical attribute mathematically is the prime aim to understand the relatively large scale semantic change. Through mapping, the essential non-systematic small scale variations occurring due to local effects can be depicted. Development of geographical information system GIS tool and computation of geographical data of land surfaces through the use of coordinates and grid systems have provided new dimensions for TSA to interpret the results of complex surface data as shown in figure 1. In figure 1, we have shown 3-dimensional land surface feature and its interpolated contours for the trend surface analysis. A number of points need to compute the local coverage of surface feature in a better way to interpolate a weighted attribute than a single function of distance used through the coordinates of points, that is point geometry, and its error, that is variation term. Such aspects are associated with uncertainty and interpolated values of attributes. The related issues were addressed by Georges Matheron and D. G. Krieg a South African mining engineer, to develop suitable method of interpolation. It was developed later a geostatistical interpolation known as Kriging method as modules of GIS. Irregular variation of a variable over land surface was systematized through Kriging technique by obtaining residual error term. We should describe details about the methods of TSA in the coming part of discussion. Our aim here is twofold. We would describe the techniques of TSA and its associated methods which are to support for development of its procedure, and secondly, the example with exercise for deep and clear understanding of the uses of TSA in geographical studies. Now, how do we use trained surface analysis? In fact, trained surface analysis nowadays has become tool to understand geostatistics of residuals in the distribution of a particular attribute. It is used in various ways in the surface analysis. Some of the following methodological aspects are associated with its use in different subjects. TSA as an approach, of course, it follows a set procedure to analysis the residuals of an attribute for consideration of interacted regressed dependent variable denoted by y with explanatory variables x1, x2, x3 up to xn. We have to estimate dependent variable y hat which deviates from observed one, that is y. One tries by using least square method through the data of y and x n, thereby minimizing the sum of squares of sigma y minus y hat. The details on regression analysis are given in other module entitled Multiple Regression Analysis through Matrix Algebra. In TSA, we use coordinate of n number of points x I, y I, where the data of a surface attribute of interest z for n points are collected as independent variable and attribute z is dependent on these point coordinates in order to understand the trend of z subject to its land surface point coordinates. It is to note here that z may be the linear function of x and y as z equal to f of x y, but in many cases z may not be the linear function of its point coordinates and varies in more complicated manner. It may follow quadratic or higher degree polynomials. The nature and characteristics of such polynomials are given somewhere else in nonlinear functions and curve fitting in module entitled nonlinear geographical distribution, a curve fitting technique. The forms of different polynomial functions are as follows. Flat stands for B0, linear, that is B0 plus B1x plus B2y, quadratic, that is B0 plus B1x plus B2y plus B3 x square plus B4 xy plus B5 y square. In these forms of polynomial functions of an attribute z, the coefficients are normally chosen to minimize as summation of z minus zc, where zc is predicted value from function. In this process of regression analysis of an attribute z subject to its point surface coordinates x, y, the TSA deals with the spatial pattern of z attribute in order to make a logical classification of the residual values of surface points. Positive residuals above and negative residuals below the predicted surface must be the same in space or volume. However, it provides a procedure for separating the relatively large scale systematic changes in coordinate based mapped data from essentially irregular small scale variation due to local effects. TSA approaches to show the variation of local phenomena occurring over land surface in its deeper understanding systematically. The use of specific degree of polynomial function is used as per the surface variation of phenomena. R square, that is test of fit, is used to understand the degree of surface variation and to determine the form of polynomial function. For instance, if variation of an attribute over space is less, it means surface is almost flat. A linear function of polynomial form may be used, but it is not true for complex surface features. The trained surfaces of plane region follow linear functions, while hilly tract, if z is elevation attribute and x, y are coordinate of z point, is shown by quadratic equation of second degree or so. Now, let us discuss the significance of trained surface. As trained surface is essentially based on residual analysis, the surface features of an attribute are mapped. It is dependent on its significance test. As order of polynomial function is increased to show the attribute pattern over surface, R square increases in consequence of increase in its degree and surface pattern becomes more clear. The degree of freedom for the deviation from the regression is n minus 1 minus m, where m equal to degree of polynomial. The analysis of variance must provide the variation test called variance ratio F test, that is dependent on sum of squares, degrees of freedom and mean squares for linear regression, and this is given in table 1. Now, TSA as a method, it includes the interpolation method for interpretation of surface features of a geographical attribute and also a method of residual identification for the analysis of phenomenal variation. There are many methods of interpolating the data of given prints. For example, classification of entities in distribution and specification of equidistant classes for contour mapping of a given attribute are dimensions used in TSA. Thyssen polygon is most accurate method which is being used nowadays for interpolation of surface trends through the use of GIS in digital cartography. Recently, geostatistical method using the method of spatial autocorrelation for understanding spatial clusters of a variable is used through ComputeAD. This is given by Burrag and McDonnell 1998. This method is called kriging, which requires understanding of spatial autocorrelation as described in detail in the module entitled Spatial Autocorrelation Measurements with Examples. On the whole, interpolation through classification required to show attributes variability over space is the main aim of this method. This method is used here in the last part of discussion to analyze the trend surface of West Bengal state for the variation occurring in agricultural productivity in the state. Secondly, TSA is method to map error or residual term data of a distribution of geographical attribute. Though it is the subject matter of regression analysis and given somewhere else to find error term given in regression equation, however, it is important to highlight here that mapping either by using isopleth or choropleth method of residual distribution is the essential part of TSA. One should be aware that isopleths mapping is based on interpolation method, while choropleth is dependent on classified shades or tints for showing trend surfaces. Interpolation is used in two ways. As first, to consider the whole area is view and interpolate to draw isolines within the area. Secondly, to consider the local area interpolation and expanding isolines outside the local area to fit them maximum possible. Now, procedure of solving multidimensional linear equation for trained surface analysis. Of course, least square method for finding the coefficient of multidimensional linear equation is applicable in two ways: the usual matrix method. Since multidimensional land surface features based on linear equations are more complicated and have three parts of equations, the solution can be obtained by using matrix algebra. For example, we have linear equations with A, B, C as coefficients and D as constants. The linear equations are A1 x plus B1 y plus C1 z equal to D1, A2 x plus B2 y plus C2 z equal to D2, A3 x plus B3 y plus C3 z equal to D3. These are the three equations. In order to proceed for solution of these equations, it has three matrices, namely one A matrix, which is called coefficient matrix. It is of 3 by 3 dimension in the present case, that includes A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 coefficients of equations in the same sequence. Second, the B column vector, this is 3 by 1 dimension in the present case of all constants D1, D2 and D3. And third, the output variable vector denoted by x of obtaining the results, the values of x, y and z. The given simultaneous equations can be written in matrix form as A x equal to B and the solution vector will be x equal to A inverse B. The solution can be obtained from the data given in equation form. So, first we need to calculate A inverse matrix, then we have to multiply A inverse with B, and from the given data we got the result which is given in x column vector and x, y, z are respectively 1.813583, 0.192789, 0.031056. Now, example and exercise. a set of the coordinates x, y of 13 points as district headquarters of the Bengal plains was generated, and the agricultural productivity attribute is considered as third dimension of these points to show the trend surfaces of agricultural productivity. The statistics of x, y and z variables are given in table 2. So, table 2 gives you district wise agricultural productivity of the plains of West Bengal state 2006 to 2007 at constant price of 2001. Now, calculation of coefficients and constants in the form of equations and generation of concerned matrices A and B from the given data. A set of normal equations was used to make best fit solution through the use of statistical procedure. The statistical form of this equation is A n plus B sigma x plus C sigma y equal to sigma z. Second normal equation, A sigma x plus B sigma x square plus C sigma x y equal to sigma x z, and third normal equation is A sigma y plus B sigma x y plus C sigma y square equal to sigma y z, where n stands for number of observations. These equations are written in their numerical form by adopting a statistical procedure by generating additional columns as given in table 3. So, table 3 provides statistical procedure for generation of simultaneous equations for trend surface analysis. From table 3, the numerical form of the above equations are arranged in the following manner by using x, y and z as variables and a, b, c as coefficients. 13x plus 107y plus 90z equal to 47, first equation. Second equation, 107x plus 1011y plus 774z equal to 413. Third equation is 90x plus 774y plus 994z equal to 343. The matrix form of these simultaneous equations are A x equal to b. The solution of this method are summed up in 4 steps. Step 1, calculation of determinant of matrix A. In step 2, we generate replaced matrix A x, where we replace first column of matrix A by B. We replace second column by vector B, then we replace third column by vector B. So, we get 3 replaced matrix, namely A x, A y and A z. Then in the next step, that is step 3, we calculate the determinant of matrix A x, A y and A z. In the final step, that is step 4, we find solution dividing the determinants of replaced matrices by the determinant of A matrix. The result we get is exactly similar to or same to what we get it in previous method. Using this result, we can get the multiple linear equation for the TSA of agricultural productivity as ZC equal to 1.8136 plus 0.19279 x plus 0.031056 y. The computed values of agricultural productivity ZC of each point are arranged with its observed values Z and residuals Z minus ZC, and this is presented in table 4. In order to analyze the surface trends of agricultural productivity in the plains of West Bengal, we have to interpret the trend surface equation, which after calculating its parameters in the preceding part is derived as ZC equal to 1.8136 plus 0.19279 x plus 0.031056 y with r square equal to 0.47582, that is 47.58% approximately. It means the x coordinates, that is east west, has higher gradient 0.1928 of the spatial trend of agricultural productivity than the y coordinate, that is north south direction. So, the linear trend of productivity distribution follows a direction from west to east as shown through trend surface line in figure 2 and 3. It is to note that here the degree of determination r square is weak despite the negligible difference of 0.361,000 rupees per hectare in this case, see figure 3. So, instead of agricultural productivity of linear trend, a polynomial of higher degree may be used to show more correct depiction of trend lines. Further, the trend of productivity residual Z minus ZC is also shown by mapping it through using interpolation method. The distribution shows the spatial deviations of the predicted trend surface values ZC. Since general trend of productivity distribution is from west to east direction in the study area, the residual variations also follow the same trend. The eastern and northern part of West Bengal have two areas, Malda in the north and Nadia area of the central east, of very high variability and high values of productivity residuals, more than 6,000 rupees per hectare. On the other hand, the mid-western parts, Bankura and Midnapur of the state have negative values of productivity residuals. This is shown in figure 4. Now, to sum up trend surface analysis, this analysis provides a strong base of mapping the systematic variation of geographic phenomena. Although it is an extension of regression residuals analysis, it is viewed in context with analyzing the land surface variation by geophysicists and geomorphologists. Geostatisticians developed the complex parametric relationship to make this tool more accurate and effective. Interpolation and extrapolation are methods used for mapping the trend surfaces of a particular attribute. However, nowadays social scientists, especially economists, used it as multivariate technique to replace land surface geometric coordinates x, y with the multidimensional independent variables to analyze variability of complex spatial features of geographic phenomena in order to explain cause effect based paradigm of land surface features. The MATLAB is the software developed by mathematicians to map surface features of multidimensional variables. It is now being used by the scientists of different disciplines for trend surface analysis. In present module, a simple single dimensional trend surface features of agricultural productivity emerging in the plains of West Bengal state are analyzed by adopting multiple linear regression technique in context with using geometric coordinates showing land surface x, y and agricultural productivity z as third dimension of land surface. Thank you.